I celebrate myself. Right about now, I'm celebrating myself.
It's delicious.
Hello, welcome to my vlog. It's Lavi here. Remember to like, subscribe and leave a comment if you have anything to say positive on this video. So today what I wanted to just mention is that I am actually on my way to a speed dating event in Beijing, and it's currently at the Bookworm in Beijing. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to video or not, but I'll take you along just in case I'm allowed to. So I'm not dolled up or anything. I'm literally just in casual sweats, but the face is beat, yes, of course. And I'm currently just on the I'm just currently on Uber, just trying to get a taxi to the place. It's supposed to start at 7:30. It's now 7:20. Sorry guys. I'm not really expecting anything from this event. I'm mostly going there just to have some fun and see what speed dating is like in Beijing. Well, in a different country, because I've been speed dating back in my hometown of Leeds. That was once. I've only tried it once. I've never tried it again. And this was when I was free and single, didn't care. And it wasn't the best of speed dates, honestly. It was a bit of a kerfuffle because everyone was practically drunk by the time it came to the actual speed dating event. So most people had a lot to talk about. It's mostly, for me personally, it's like a social event. Just getting to know somebody and talking to someone, just getting out the house really. But currently right now it's 29 degrees outside, so it is literally summer now in Beijing, and it's so humid this year. Last year it was very dry, but it's very humid this year. And yeah, so most of my clothing is winter clothing, so I'm having to like figure out what to wear. Like, this is the thinnest jumper I have. Like, when I buy clothes, I mostly buy tops and jeans. You know, you can wear jeans whenever you like, but when you buy tops, I don't really have any going out tops. I just have casual, you know, casual wear. Because where I work, you're not really expected to dress up. It's not office work. It's not office attire. Even when I was back in England and I worked in an office job, I wasn't required to wear office wear. It was always smart casual, which jumpers do that. And because I have quite a big chest and a small waist, it's kind of hard to find tops that suit me without making me look like a balloon. And I'm not really one to wear tight clothing, even though some people are like, oh, you should to show off your figure. I'm very self-aware, and I don't really like the attention that much, honestly, especially when I'm out and about and, you know, wearing tight clothing, all these curves and everything. So yeah, I like to hide my curves because I just don't like the attention. And yeah, so I'm not sure what to expect from this event today. And I will be joining my friend Cassie that you met in the previous video, and I think I'll just go there for moral support, mostly for her. And then hopefully we'll probably just have a drink afterwards or something like that, and just have a little chinwag. So my Uber is arriving in like 4 minutes, and hopefully I have enough battery life on this camera. Ooh, Cassie's just messaged me. So anyway, I will hopefully see you at the event. If not, sorry, obviously I won't post this. I'll see you in 2. Bye. Okay, so we're currently at the speed dating event. There's not enough men for the ladies. So we have a speed dating card that you have to fill out. It's basically information about who you met, if you're interested and why, and to leave your details. So we haven't got that many people. And yeah. You have to wait for the guy to come to you, so I might just end up reading a book. Yeah, see how it goes. It's so humid here, so my hair is super fluffy. Yeah, this book is quite fitting. I celebrate myself. Right about now, I'm celebrating myself. There's not much going on here. There's not that many guys for the amount of girls in the room. So it's a little difficult to want to see them. Still looking for fun to read. You have to wait till the guy can come to you. It's an interesting event. It's a shame that there's not enough guys. But I guess that's the story of China. Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm a little bit tired. I've just got back from the speed dating event that was held in Beijing. It is now almost 11:10 at night. So the event started from 7:30. I got there a little bit late, and it carried on until probably about I literally just left 20 minutes ago. So yeah, a little after 10 o'clock. The ratio of men to women was not even whatsoever. There was too many women for the little amount of guys, which is per se the same scenario that actually happens in real life in China. There's not enough females to the ratio of men that there are, but this time it was kind of opposite. I think probably the reason being why there was less males at this event was because after speaking to one guy, I think it was mostly shyness and also lack of motivation from the male's point of view to come to such an event. Mostly probably because they don't have the etiquette to speak to a female, or maybe they just don't have, they feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth their time to come to such an event, or maybe they feel like there's probably a high standard set from the females already that they probably will never meet that standard, so there's no point of them even trying. But the males that did come tonight were interesting to say the least. There were three sugar daddies. I call them sugar daddies because they were over the age. One was 48, one said he was 60, then it went down to 50, then it went down to 40, so we never really deciphered how old he was. And then there was another one that just popped out of nowhere and decided to join in the event. There was the one guy, the older guy, who was very much in his retro prime, very vintage, and apparently he was a vocalist as well. I asked him to sing me a song, which he did, and he sang me an Elvis Presley song, which basically told me his age. And but the first thing that he opened with to ask me questions was, am I from Africa? As soon as he asked me that, I was just not even interested anymore. So my responses to him was, no, guess again. He went from, you African? No. American? No. Australian? No. And then he was like, okay, I give up. And I was just laughing with the girl next to me, and I was like, he's asked me not even my name. He's asked me if I'm African, American, Australian. And even she laughed, and I was like, really, bitch? Like, really, bitch? That's how you're gonna start a conversation? And I was like, no, I'm actually English. And he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, Nina, how about you? And he's like, oh, of course I'm Chinese. I'm like, really? Are you sure? Because you don't look Chinese. You know, I kind of threw it back because I was kind of pissed off by this point. And some of the other guys are interesting. So we had your, like I talked about before, you had the westernized guys. So some of the guys had lived in America for a substantial amount of time, and then came back to Beijing to just work and be with family again, like I mentioned in the dating in China previous video. There was only probably two of them, the westernized ones, which were really interesting and were able to, like, you know, have a joke and banter and be able to hold a conversation. And there was one that was basically spilling off his whole, like he'd prepared a speech beforehand, which I guess that comes down with nervousness as well. But overall, I think the event wasn't a flop if you're going there to socialize. If you were going there to find your potential suitor, your potential match, then no, it wasn't going to work out because the ratio was nil to none, basically. Would I do it again? Probably, yeah.
Probably, yes, I would actually, because, you know, at the end of the day, getting out there and socializing with people I would never really talk to, or just randomly on the street. Like, I don't randomly talk to people on the street like I would do back home in Yorkshire. In Yorkshire, it's easier to talk to some stranger on the street because that is reciprocated back home. But here, it's different with another foreigner or a Chinese person. The Chinese people, the guys that I did meet, did ask whether are we gonna speak in Chinese or are we gonna speak in English, and I said we can do both. Yeah, 都可以, both are okay. And they were like, oh, very surprised by that. And there was one, I did video just one guy, the rest of them I didn't bother to video because the timing of them coming to me was sparse. As you could see from there, I was actually reading a book for like most of my time there. I think it just needs to be advertised a bit better because I didn't know about it until my friend sent me a link, and that was yesterday. Like, you're not gonna know about it unless you advertise properly. And with being in China, finding out a bit about things in China events wise, you have to kind of hear from it word of mouth. There's not really that poster going up as much as you would see in the UK or elsewhere. You kind of have to hear from it word by mouth, and sometimes you can see on the official accounts on WeChat and so forth, but it's only if you're really looking for it. If you're not looking for it, then you're not going to find it. So yeah, interesting event, interesting people. So some people I did say yes to, some people I just didn't even bother to take the box or write their name down, and some people I just say no to. So what happens, it's the same kind of setup as it is in the UK. So you write down the names, you write down yes or no if you like that person, and then they collect the papers at the end and tally them up, and then they'll contact you to let you know who was interested in you or whatever, and then you guys just go off together and, you know, talk or whatever and do whatever afterwards. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know if anyone liked me. I wasn't really going there to be liked. I just went there to see how it works. So maybe I might do a follow-up if I do get some interest. Who knows? Nobody knows. But anyway, I'm pretty much tired now, and my hair is like, the humidity just literally, as soon before I even left the house, it just blew up. Literally, there was no point even straightening it today. So yeah, thanks for following me, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts and your feelings are regarding this video, and if there's any videos in particular you want me to do, or tips or advice you want me to share with you, I'm happy to do that. Okay, good night, guys. Bye.